Hello, my name is Jasmine Tong. Today I will be going over the aspects of my digital portfolio and brand that I have developed over the course of EST 106. Firstly, we will be going over my digital portfolio. I have chosen to use Google Sites because I found it easy to work with and easy to understand. I have 5 pages labeled Home, About Me, Resume, Interest/Extracurricular, and Academics. In my homepage, I wrote a little paragraph that introduces the purpose of this website, which was to learn about what my achievements are and what my interests are. I included a picture of my dog, and underneath, I provided my social media accounts that can help people connect with me. In the About Me page, I included a bigger paragraph that describes me and my personal life. I've mentioned my family members and my pet named Missy, and I've talked about my future goal of being a PA and the reasoning behind it. Underneath are some pictures that goes with what I wrote about in the paragraph, such as my dog and my interest in photography. In resume, I included my resume so that anyone viewing this, and if they are interested, can look at my past education and experience. I also included the skills that I have gained through my years of high school, which were working with Microsoft softwares and Google softwares. In addition, I included the languages that I'm proficient in, which is English and Chinese. This would help the viewer see whether or not I reached their expectation and whether or not they will decide to contact me. In interests and extracurricular, I wrote about my hobbies and things that I'm interested in, such as playing volleyball and playing instruments. I also included another paragraph that highlights the community service that I have done in the past. This section can give a more in-depth view of who I am as a person and what I have done to help the community. Lastly, in the academics section, I basically went over my education history that includes high school and college. I talked about what I have done during high school and explained more in depth of what JROTC, which is Junior Reserved Officer Training Corps, was, since not everyone would be aware of this program and what its purpose is. Then I explained what I strive for in college to make my goal clear, that I am a health science major and that I want to work in the medical field. This way, my goal is clear to the viewer. Next, we have my LinkedIn page. For my profile, I have included an about paragraph where I basically talk about my history in high school, but more in depth. I talked about my experience in JRTC and science research and what exactly I had to do with them. For example, in JRTC, I presented a lot, so I mentioned about presentations. In science research, I create different experiments, so I specifically talked about my experience about potassium chloride and broccoli. For my experience, I included the job that I worked at over the summer, which was New York Hall of Science, and my education in Stony Brook and Francis Lewis High School. I had followed some companies that I had interest in and relates to my brand. I had also followed my friends on LinkedIn to increase my connections. For my Twitter account, I created one just for this class, and in my bio, I included that I attend Stony Brook University and I graduate in 2023. I followed companies and people that I enjoy watching and that also relates to my brand. For example, I followed Bill Nye, ASAP Science, and Dr. Mike Varshovsky, which all relates to science. Specifically with Dr. Mike, he relates to the medical field. So following Dr. Mike would enhance my brand even more. Finally, we have my Instagram account, which I do use on a personal level. This account would serve more as a way to get to know me more as a person and my own personal life. As someone who enjoys taking photographs, I like to use this page to showcase my skills in photography and artistic abilities. And that includes my digital portfolio that I created, and I hope by developing my brand even more, I will be able to be more successful in reaching my goal. And thank you for listening.